come out recently.
Legit wonderful.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't enjoy yourself. You're only allowing these people to just make more of this with this secret Saiyan who's stronger than freaking SS Blue Vegito.
Cool.
And he's just in the shadows and never mentioned and in his secret prison.
Cool.
This is what we're getting.
But people recognize it's a fun joke fluff who gives a shit. As opposed to, here's Jiren, the greatest villain I've ever seen.
But he is, though.
Cool. Yep. Get in there.
That sounds like a very similar to reaction that you just had about Dragon Ball Heroes, though, so I'm confused.
No. I was talking, DA showed me another Heroes thing, and I'm just like, cool. No. Super is trash.
There's the tenors of BG's cools that you have to like really listen for the subtlety. Cool is like, yeah, he's okay with it. Cool is he's pissed off at it.
We in there. Trunks and Vegeta's fuse, cool. Get in there.
Jiren?
Yeah.
No. Anything Jiren is like, nah. My girl Belle took me straight to the top.
Why am I not surprised, Belle?
They weren't ready for it.
You almost lost to a Ganon.
You don't. That's the story of my life.
You're almost losing to a Ganon?
Almost losing the Ganon. Because no matter who you are, you're always one hit away from almost losing to a Ganon. It's not fair.
Is Ganon really fast?
I'm just imagining, like, just milestone moments of your life, like graduating high school. You almost failed. Just your teacher stamping an F on your paper. Doria!
Going to your job interview for your current job, and he's just waiting there behind the door, charging the kick, just waiting.
All right, let me open this door to the workshop. No! Pokemon had another little trailer thing. Showed off some new Dynamax forms, which are like the giant forms. Charizard looks fucking
so dumb.
I'm so
I
tired
hate
of
all
Pokemon.
of it. How y'all hitting 1,000 with all the humans and the Pokemon are just stinking up the joint. That coffin looks so dumb.
I like Dynamax Charizard. He looks pretty fucking
They
sick.
keep willing out Charizard.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm sick of it. Blastoise and Venusaur gets no kind of love. Char is always Charizard, and I'm sick of it.
It's because Charizard, man.
Yeah. Charizard the best.
He's not the best.
He is the best.
Charizard the best.
He's not.
But
He is.
So they showed off a bunch of different Dynamax forms, and they have ones for the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And I just love the fact that Let's Go Pikachu's Dynamax form is just original fat Pikachu.
Seriously,
It's
amazing.
all it is.
Can we talk about Meowths, though?
I hate it. It looks so stupid.
Long cat.
I hate it.
Very long cat.
Yeah.
Like, Pikachu's like, oh, okay, that's a cute callback. Meowth. Wait, guys, what the fuck?
That's that was the drugs finally kicking in. Like, they had some good designs, and then, like, at the peak of the creative portion of their high, they made Sirfetch'd, who's amazing. And then then they lost the buzz, and Dynamax Meowth came out of it. Robert Downey Jr.'s Doolittle.
Oh, did you see
The accent
the Reddit?
is the thing.
Uh-huh.
See the Reddit stuff.
No.
Wait, what?
The Reddit stuff surrounding Doolittle. There was a dude that was working on a production company, and he just started releasing information. So the director was a piece of that clearly was out of his league and did not know what he was doing and
great.
micromanaging everything. So they would be shooting for the day, and the people would go, so where are the animals going to be placed? Because we need to know where Downey's going to be standing so we can place the animals there in post. And he goes, we'll figure it out. Just get this shot of shooting.
Great.
And there's like 5 stories of that.
Interesting.
We'll feel it out. Great.
The dude ended it with, I don't know who the production company is that they brought in, but if they can make it even watchable, they all deserve a raise. So he's thinking this is gonna be a dumpster fire.
Interesting.
I'd believe it, which would be very sad for Downey. I feel like he'd just kind of be annoyed.
Who cares? He doesn't care.
He doesn't.
need it.
He's
This
made
dude
his
is
money.
doing. This is a passion project out there.
Yeah.
Bro. He's like, whatever, freaking dog movie, polar bear, let's rock it.
Yeah,
He don't need this.
He's set for life.
Oh yeah, he's done. He's 100% done.
If they just go, this guy's eating 5 devil fruits, nobody wants to see that. Because it's such a
you
drop
say
from
that.
the Oda quality.
You say that.
You say that. We got Jinbei fans out there.
You have
Pumping
Jinbei
they fist.
stands out there. People who stand
Everybody
Jinbei.
wants to see SS5 Goku.
Everybody's waiting for that next one.
I think people just want Super Saiyan 4 back.
No, definitely. It's the best form. It's the best form.
It's the best form.
I just
But nobody-
on that note, you guys just put out the first episode of A New Revisited. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 193. 7 weeks away from the big 200.
Quote unquote weeks.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. We'll
True.
see how we get.
This is the first time in months, at least months, that we've had a full cast.
No, I think we've had a full cast with me also being here once, like 5 weeks ago.
And you know who the constants are? The constant workhorses, the big boys.
The 2 people working from home.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
you
know
wanna,
what?
you wanna try again?
Hey, you right. You correct.
I was about to say, rewind that
There's-
bullshit right
There's
there.
no refute I could or you could possibly do. It's like it literally was the meme of the cartoon character sticking his finger up and then like, Ooh.
Ah, yes. This is accurate. Can't be argued.
Yep. Yes. So for those that, bless you. For those that saw the tweet that I put out for this, the hostage situation joke was not a joke.
Not a joke.
Texting like basically every week now, just because Ralph's schedule varies. We're like, hey, when we can do the podcast? And we're like, okay, yada yada this. And a couple days ago, it's like Friday, 9:30. Cool. This like afternoon, we get a text from Ralph saying, hey, got a late start to my day. There was a hostage situation at the house behind us. Probably will still make the podcast. I just read that. I'm like, what?
It sounded fake.
It's like my response was, this sounds like a shitty excuse a grade schooler would give for not doing their homework. Like, yeah, there was a hostage situation. I couldn't get my school supply.
Again, Johnny.
I know shit. I woke up, I slept in, it was a great morning. I look at my phone, just as there's a ding from the Facebook page of my neighborhood. And it's one of the normal posters that's from the area. She's like, just a heads up, something weird's happening. Whole bunch of police cars surrounding X house on X street. Might want to stay aware. Don't know what's happening yet. A minute later, we're getting calls on the street to stay indoors. More to come. We're all just like, what? And then, okay, we've been told to evacuate. Looks like it's a hostage situation. X person in X house is holed up with guns drawn and possibly the kids in the house.
And this is, correct me if I'm wrong, bumfuck nowhere, Indiana?
Correct. So there are all of a sudden no less than like 7 sheriff's cars from not only my town, but the town over here. A armored car from the town over is here. People in full like tactical gear with ARs are here. Yeah.
Did you find out what it's for?
It was a hostage situation. Dude.
No, I mean, was it just a domestic dispute of a meth lab going wrong, and it's just like
it's sounding like the dude just had some shit going on and he cracked. Because we don't know the whole story yet. Like nobody's talking about it because nobody's even mentioning the guy's
I
name.
wouldn't either.
Yeah. Yeah. Like first thought when I read that, I'm like, this sounds fake. And then second
but then
thought
you have to realize
oh,
it's coming from me.
It's Ralph.
Uh-huh. You're not wrong.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, I'm just sitting up here, just in my room, just watching YouTube or whatever. All of a sudden, I just blah 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 blah. I'm like, oh crap, they shooting. So yeah, somebody just got shot like 3 or 4 houses away.
Oh.
So for about 4 or 5 hours, the police had to like rope off everything and take pictures and everything. And my little brother's just like, hey yo, we were planning on having Taco Bell. Can we like wrap this up? And we were just sitting there hungry. I'm like, oh man.
What type of priorities?
Did he yell
Was it
that?
Eric?
Did he yell that to the
Of course
cops?
it was Eric. Eric do not give a
I give a. I'm like, hey yo, can we wrap this up? The bell is calling. We got the Taco Bell. It was a happy ending.
Not for the shot, dude. I'm sure their family ain't in the best of.
Yeah. The dude's on the stretcher. Hey, can you pick me up a chalupa? Oh, boy. So, this is, once again, your weekly reminder that Black Lives Matter and to wear your fucking mask. I just bought 2 more.
The mask thing is done. We're done with this.
Yeah,
now.
the pandemic's over. Don't
Yeah.
you know? Theaters opening up. We're good.
Yeah, it's optional. It's fine.
All numbers going down, right?
Yeah.
It's got to be because we're good.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, someone did like a tweet that was just like 12 cases in Britain, 23 cases in Italy, 38 cases in the White House. It's like,
Yeah, it was like New Zealand, the Philippines, and I want to say Vietnam. Like, those 3 countries combined did not have the same amount of cases as the White House. 3 countries versus a building. Yeah, at least from, there's a site that I am constantly refreshing every day that it's like a graphical site by John Hopkins. And yeah, numbers are climbing again, people. Like, get your heads out of your ass. Ohio, like, we're
Michigan
reaching almost peak levels that we were reaching back in July. Let's see, Michigan.
Oh yeah, people are talking about, we're heading towards a 3rd wave. We're still in wave 1.
Yeah. Michigan has kind of been consistently shitty. Just looking at it. Like, you guys
Michigan got its own other problems.
Yeah, true. Well, we can get to
But
that.
it was going down with all of the Gretchen was doing, and then they were just like, yeah, but
done.
no.
We're done.
That was
we
that
won.
that was June. Like, the lowest you guys got for new cases seems to be 63 June 9th. And you've been steadily rising ever since. Yesterday was...
Because June 9th is when people were just like, okay, we're kind of bored. Let's open stuff back up.
Yeah.
Let's do things.
Yesterday, there were 1,400 new cases. For some perspective.
That's
So, yeah,
not a whole lot.
Shit's getting
Masks
worse.
are done.
Shit's
I burned my mask.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? It's over.
It's done.
We won.
It was in celebration.
Victory USA always.
Ugh.
Don't wear the mask, people.
Don't wear them. Why would you? Live, breathe on people.
And we
And
coming for you
people.
next week, black people. Your time is up.
Yeah, Black Lives about to matter a little less.
We're going back to full normal.
Jesus Christ.
Mark my words.
Nothing changed.
Oh, there was what was it? I saw recently that Cops is coming back.
It's not coming back to the U.S.
Oh, okay. I just saw it was just like the performative actions by certain companies are now finally ending.
Yeah, Cops isn't coming back to the U.S., but new episodes are being shot and aired for like New Zealandish,
But
which makes me believe it's gonna come back eventually in the U.S. But for right now, they're just like, no.
Testing the waters.
But yeah, speaking of Michigan problems, so just yesterday, the FBI arrested 6 people?
Six
6
and
people.
counting.
Yeah, 6 and counting, in a plot to kidnap and or do other things to the governor of Michigan.
Big Gretch. Y'all really tried to kidnap Stunner Shades Big Gretch?
So also, like this is a weird kind of connection. So there's Michigan. These guys who like are their own little militia. Did you read where they were doing their training exercises?
No, I did not.
Just up the road from me,
Of course.
in Dublin,
Of course.
which is right next to Columbus.
I'm so tired of these militias have a right to gather and do the crap they're doing. But then you have these protesters and you're like, they don't have the rights to be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can walk around with a gun in full regalia, but you can't just sit down on a sidewalk. It's so ridiculous.
It's unlawful assembly. Just
So this is a lawful assembly?
eat some mace.
It's ridiculous. And then some bum is on Twitter posting pictures of one of the dudes' front lawn, and it's a little in disarray. And it's just like, guys, can we just admit that it's about poverty and maybe, it forces people to snap?
Oh my goodness.
What?
Yeah,
But you're going, Breonna Taylor had a legal gun and took pictures with it, so maybe it's her fault that she got shot in her sleep?
Yeah, I saw that tweet in a quote tweet, and the person who quote tweeted it saying, I can guarantee you with 100%, like 100%, that there are black and brown people that are living in way worse poverty than this, and they aren't, they don't have the urge to kidnap a governor.
And overthrow the government.
Yeah. And 2, I guess that neighborhood, just because, internet people be cyber sleuthing, they looked up the neighborhood, and it's actually a very nice neighborhood. And their neighbors have complained that their yard is shitty and it's lowering their property values, and they showed pictures of houses around that person's house, and they are very nice looking houses. So and, you look at that yard too, that has to be like quite a lot of acreage on that yard. That's not cheap.
Dude, it's a lot of property. The house looks a little small from the picture, but it's a lot of property.
Yeah.
At best, you could say his yard is kind of junky. It speaks nothing of poverty.
Mm-hmm.
He has a junky yard and an old beat down truck
2.
that he kind of looked like he's taken apart in the middle of it.
2 beat down trucks.
So that's what you got. Come on, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I'm trying to think of the words here, like not surprising, but still just it's not surprising, but it's always frustrating where when you have a young African American person that's killed woman, man, what have you. The first inclination is to try and find a justifiable reason.
What was the black person doing?
Yes. Oh, they have a criminal record. Oh, they were doing this. Oh, this and that.
It's like,
And then you go
what did the black person do to deserve it? But when
Yes.
it's the white person, it's like, why are they doing this?
we like turn the head to Brock Turner, where he has a life ahead of him. He completely violated this girl, raped her,
Completely.
but he has a bright future, so we shouldn't try him.
And the judge literally went, I don't want to ruin this man's future for this incident.
Yeah.
Dude,
Two
terrible.
Two sets of rules, and yeah, people also.
But then Mike Pence in debate, oh, there's no white privilege.
Oh yeah,
There's no systemic racism.
That's the sad thing. So yeah, that debate happened, and like a couple of takeaways. One, everybody's talking about The Fly. It was funny, but it's unfortunately distracting from more serious
the stupid
things.
he said.
Yeah. So one, I saw a Twitter post that it was like a dude who was quoting his wife, and this wife basically works in a corporate environment, and she's like, the wife said, like, it's Kamala, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, Kamala is doing everything in her power to not appear as a, quote, angry woman. Women in corporate business environments talking to business leaders and CEOs have to deal with this shit every day. And I have seen it too. Like, I've noticed certain times where it's just like my female coworkers get, like, they'll start talking, but then a male coworker will start talking over them. Notice that a lot. And it had that same energy where Pence was the patronizing CEO. But I will say, Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking. She was not dealing with, like, she rode that balance really well of just like, sir, respectfully, like, basically she was as politely as possible saying, shut the fuck up, I'm talking right now.
Yeah, she was the more polite version of, will you shut up, man?
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. There is no such thing as systemic racism in our country.
I mean, it's easy to say that when you're an affluent white person.
And a white, affluent, religious white person.
Boy, that Christianity does something to people.
Well, it's the ones that get roped into it are the ones susceptible to that kind of stupidity.
It's, yeah.
Like, hey, DA and I were trying to get roped into it. We turned out horrible.
Broke free became a different type of fucking bastard.
The best type.
But yeah, I'd go vote, people. I already did. I got my absentee ballot, turned it in. Gonna keep doing it in the future, because I was just telling Ralph, I liked the ability to, like, actually really take my time, look up people, and see what they're about.
Yeah.
Like, just politicians that I don't know, especially judges.
Instead of just being in ballot box and it's just like,
yeah,
vote for Governor Bula Blue. Who?
Yeah, the like, judges were always the thing where I'm like looking at it, and when the judges are on the ballot, they don't show their political affiliation. So I'm just sitting there, just like, your name sounds
I like
cool.
your name.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike? Okay.
Look up that person after I vote, like the most evangelical.
Ooh, no, not like these. Not like these.
But
and
yeah.
I was talking to my dad about this, and he was just like, we were talking, and I was like, you know, people keep saying go vote, but what they really mean is go vote for Biden. Like, we know what that means.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's thinly veiled. It's like, go vote For the love of God, don't wait.
I have gotten so many texts, more texts than ever about voting.
Mm-hmm.
It never says go vote for Democrat. It just says, hey, are you voting?
Yeah, I got in the mail. I had already printed and sent off my absentee ballot request, but I think at least 5 or 6 letters that had a pre-filled out form for me already to submit my absentee ballot application here in Ohio. But yeah, like the process was super smooth. Like you can mail it. I was out and about one of the days, so I just drove it to the Board of Elections office, and they literally had like a drive-through set up. They had like air traffic people like directing traffic. You just drove up. There were employees there. I handed them my envelope and drove away. Took like 5 seconds. It was beautiful. Go vote, people.
It's amazing what a first world country can do when it acts like a first world country. Not
Yeah.
a third.
Mm-hmm. So, on to nerd news. I want to start with something that DA mentioned that we forgot last week that I want to talk about just because it's hilarious.
Oh.
So, Leffen, pro fighting gamer in Smash Bros. And Dragon Ball Fighters, I think he's playing now.
Oh no. Oh
He
no.
put out a tweet. Like, he has a gigantic love-hate relationship with Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Don't all Smash players at this point? Like, honestly.
No. Most pro players don't. Like, pro players of the game itself. But people who are, like, Melee first, they are the ones that typically are salty about new Smash games.
Okay.
He was, just because it drew in more viewers, he was streaming Ultimate, like, 12 hours a day or something, like, every day of the week at some point. And, which is his choice. And he complained about it on Twitter and was saying that if it paid the same, he would rather be flipping burgers than playing Smash Ultimate.
Ooh.
The way he put it, though, and the way he typed it out basically was just like, my life is so hard, you
like,
people flipping burgers.
If you think that flipping burgers is harder than playing Smash, you don't know what you're talking about. Trust me.
Yeah.
And he put trust me. I'm like, yeah. You, ugh. And then you got all these people replying with all these horrible burns. They ate him alive.
It was beautiful.
Oh, I'm sure. In real time, deletion.
Yeah. And then
he was trending.
Yeah, he was trending. And then basically when he noticed he was trending and just the vitriol, justifiable vitriol that was getting thrown at him, he deleted that tweet and he's just like, so, whoops, basically.
I have made a mistake.
But the thing is, though, in typical Leffen fashion, he was just like, yeah, it was poorly worded, but I still kind of think what I think. Like,
it's like, no. Use the I was drunk, I was tired, I was salty. Use whatever excuse you gotta use, but don't double down and pull back at the same time. You can't do that. One or the other. And choose the one that's gonna get you the least amount of heat. Now, I was just sitting there like... He could have even just been like, I've grown from this. You know, I've talked to a lot of those type of people, the people that work there. And, you know, they really do have it hard. I actually have it pretty good. No. And I'm like, I'm glad that I never liked Leffen. He was always a bit of a bore to me. But, yeah, I'm like, yeah, you ain't a pedo, but you are a piece of crap. Yep. So, yeah, that just popped off hard. And I was just like... Yeah, I don't know what you thought when you made that tweet.
Well, that's the thing is that he lives in his own bubble.
It was just
it's
weird...
easy to forget how hard life can be when you've got it easy.
Yeah. It was weird, like, a lot of intersecting things, too. Like, the reason I saw that tweet was because Kaiser Neko retweeted it and was throwing shit at Leffen. And I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. And, like, then I just kept seeing, like, other people from, like, other things that I follow and watch. I'm just like... Damn, this got far.
It was legit terrible. It was hilarious.
Very about as tone deaf as you can get.
And you got there were people taking pictures for their jobs, just these awful jobs, and they were like, boy, I sure am glad I'm not sitting at home playing video games in the comfort of my room.
Oh boy, I'd rather be here than facing a Wi-Fi Palutina.
Yeah.
They ate him up.
It was great. Oh boy.
And he has it super easy compared to people like Wings of Redemption or Dark Side Phil, where they're just languishing in mediocrity
Yeah,
for the rest of their life.
Where they're just barely keeping their head above water. Leffen is a known and established dude.
Yep.
So he doesn't have to do this. Nobody's putting a gun up to his head and saying play Smash. Zero was just like, hey, I like Smash, but I'm gonna play freaking Persona 5. And he played all of Persona 5. Ain't nobody forcing you to do this.
And now nobody's watching Zero.
That's for other
The
reasons,
option
though.
isn't there. Cool. You know darn well he'd still be making that freaking, he'd still be getting a good amount of views if there were.
Yeah, unfortunately. In other gaming drama news, so this is where we swerve to BG. There was a
Oh,
announcement.
I gotta go to the bathroom, so
for
cut to something else for a second.
MK11 DLC.
Cut to something else for a second. I gotta go to the
Oh,
bathroom.
that's legit.
Yes, I legit gotta go to the bathroom.
Oh,
I was like, okay, I'm gonna hear what he's about to say next. And I'm gonna jump out when he says it. Then you went swerving directly to your lane.
okay. I thought it was a joke. Go pee or poo.
Okay, how about this? Talk about Ready Player 2.
Oh, I didn't. I know it's coming out. Has there been more announced on it? I haven't seen anything.
Oh yeah. The plot synopsis came out.
Ooh.
Here, I'll link it directly in the podcast. You
All
can
right.
read it, and then y'all can discuss it.
All right. While that is happening,
You see what I do for y'all?
one thing we can talk about too in the intermediate as well is the Steve character showcase came out the day after last week's podcast. He's coming out this Tuesday. He looks like he's gonna be a top 10 character, like
It's
off rip.
once people unlock him, it's gonna be disgusting. And I am not looking forward to the Steve meta.
So
This is no.
every stage, depending on the material that it is made out of, so like Donkey Kong 64 stage, the Jungle Jape stage, it's primarily made of wood. Steve basically just mines wood from that. He gets some other materials here and there, but whatever the stage is primarily made of, that is what you will mine. So Corneria, where you're on the Star Fox, Great Fox, you just mine steel or iron. Sorry. So all of the competitive stages, if your person is facing Steve, they have to think in 3D chess terms of like, okay, what can he mine on what stage? Also, what stage is good for me? On top of bands and other stuff that people
Man,
do.
it's too much.
So, and that's just his mining. The guy can just, while he's in midair, place a block, get his double jumps back. So if he's off stage or in the air, he can stall. He can block off the stage. The big thing I want to see is one, because like they've shown that you can not place blocks in certain areas, which is typically the borders. If you can place a block right on the edge of the stage, where you would grab the stage, that's a problem.
It's a big problem. No, for me, when there are two things where he just built up them blocks and just completely just gimped Mario from getting back on stage, I went, oh, that's a problem. And then he put down the block, stepped on the block, and then did this down smash, killed him. I went, okay, that's also a problem.
And this isn't factoring in the minecart, all the crap you can do with that, TNT, all the edge trap, and just all the different shenanigans you can pull off with that. the down tilt that is basically a better PK fire that you can just, and it is super fast, like frame 4, frame 5. Just throw it off, throw it off, throw it off, and just keep hitting. Like, the people with tether recoveries might be okay because you can like camp down there and zip back up, but like Ridley, anyone who like flies up to grab the ledge,
Isabel.
You can maneuver around that though. Like Isabel has and Villager have.
Not if he pops my balloons.
Yeah, like stages where you can kind of like get to the ledge, maybe. But we are going to be testing the shit out of this on Tuesday when he comes out, DA and I.
How about you all just become Link mains?
No.
Lincoln? Link.
Which is, again, to this day, I'm still surprised I don't play Link, but I've just never liked his gameplay.
Oh, you crazy. Link is it.
But yeah, so we'll have more to talk about. Just from initial looks, just off rip, he is the most complicated character that is going to be in Smash, bar none. It's not even a question. But yeah, come Tuesday. Shits and then buffs and nerfs.
Buffs and nerfs. That's always the big money fun time.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. All right, moving on. DLC in MK. So 3 characters got announced. Rain, Melina, which is kind of the big thing to talk about.
Boo.
Ooga.
And then Rambo, which I love how Mortal Kombat is just becoming the Smash Bros of 80s action movies.
Yeah, I saw somebody say that.
And they actually got Stallone to voice him, didn't they?
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't get Arnold, because Arnold got he voiced the T-100 in a different game, a lesser game.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I don't understand.
But yeah, so
yeah, it looks like they're going down a action movie or motif. The last game, didn't they have a bunch of horror?
Yeah, it was a horror movie.
So yeah, it looks like it's just going to be action for.
They're probably gonna do this for every game. It's just like this is the motif of the MK.
Yeah, so they got
characters.
It was Mortal Kombat, Terminator, RoboCop, and now Rambo. Correct?
Yep. I'm cool with Rambo. He looks like he's got some setups, and I am a setup character type of person.
Because I feel like he might play the same way, similar to Predator, where like you throw.
And I was a Predator main. I was the hunter. Not a Predator main, but I was a Predator player. And Hunter was the one that had the setups, and that's the one I liked. So yeah, this would definitely be for me if he's got those nets and setting them up, and people got to stand on them. Absolutely, I'm in there.
So this whole Melina drama, though,
Millie Rock can get out of here. I said before, I would be perfectly fine if she was never in another game, and I liked Melina, but the fans made me hate her.
So like they death threaded Boone to put her in the game.
Oh yeah, every interactive dev got death threats. One girl was like, after Melina was announced, she was like, "This is just showing that you could be toxic to devs, and if you keep hounding them and sending death threats, that eventually you'll get your way with this Melina." And she got death threats. It's no joke out here.
By pointing out that people sent death threats.
Yes, absolutely.
Which, for the president, Twitter will ban those accounts. For everybody else, though.
Yeah, you just got to eat it.
But yeah, like in a way, like some of this is like we see this in the Smash stuff, like when Byleth got announced. And just about.
See, that was a bit of a different situation.
I don't think so.
I think it is because Melina was a heavily requested character that kept getting hounded, and Boone would be like, it's really sad my friend Dog passed away, and people would be like, yeah, but Melina though. Like, it was constant and nonstop. Byleth was like, this is the last of the round 1 Smash DLC and you present this?
Yeah, and it was after a couple bangers.
The
Like
death threats,
we said it
though.
before.
People actually
said-
sent Sakurai death threats.
Oh, I have no doubt about it. But
I
I'm
may
just
have
saying,
sent one or two.
I'm just saying the situation surrounding it was way different.
Okay.
People send death threats for literally anything. People sent in Laura Bailey death threats. She voiced the character.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, but she did it though.
So these death, bruh, people crazy.
Yeah, I wish Twitter would actually be more proactive in banning that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. To quote Mr. Trump. Ugh.
It
How-
is
how are
what it
people-
is.
How are people feeling about Rain?
Oh, people love Rain.
What word?
People were hounding for Rain. They weren't, but you know, they were respectful with Rain. Not like these Melina moles. But yeah, Rain, people love Rain.
What about the Rambo? People are happy about Rambo?
Oh yeah, people are really happy about Rambo. There are people that are just like, who the asked for Rambo? Who is this? But you know, most people are like, yeah, Rambo, that's cool.
All right.
And then I love Ian. He's he writes for Kotaku. And he mostly writes fighting game stuff. And he made an article about how including Rambo in MK like ruins his legacy. Because the first Rambo it's really an anti-war film as opposed to just like this big action thing. But that doesn't take into account all the sequels that do that, where he just becomes big action star. So yeah, people had a bit of a laugh about that, but yeah, people are enjoying Rambo. He
So
was trending and everything.
isn't-
Though Melina was the number one trend in the US for a second.
Yeah.
So I remember there were rumors that there was going to be another DC character. Is that the next DLC?
Harley.
Yeah.
If they haven't stopped the MK production, because technically the Ultimate Edition said the complete 37 character roster,
Mhm.
but Boone also tweeted out, "This is your chance. You got 2 uninterrupted minutes. Do you want more DLC characters?"
Mm,
Which makes me think they actually are gonna make more DLC.
I see. Because is the next like Injustice game kind of coming up ish?
DLC. NRS has said they want to break away from the 2-year cycle, and if that's the case, they're probably gonna support MK11 for more, and that means probably another year. So if you don't see Injustice 3 get some type of announcement around the Game Awards, just don't expect it next year
Yeah.
or the year after.
Because typically
No, it
it's
will
like
be next year right now. Yep. So
They-
yeah, don't expect it next year because
Yeah.
it would have to come out next year to be the 2-year cycle. Interesting.
they typically announce it either at the Game Awards or they sometimes will do like Evo if I'm not mistaken.
They would usually do E3 or a little before E3.
Okay.
And now the last one, MK, was such a short, like quick, let's get this info out. It was just like nothing. Okay, Game Awards. We got this big event in January, and then just info after info after info for the month leading up to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, if you don't hear anything by Game Awards, just do not expect Injustice 2 next year.
3.
Injustice 3. I keep saying Injustice 2. And
Injustice 2 didn't even exist for you.
No, it did. I loved Injustice 2 to death.
Yeah, that was. He got what was it? Top 12,
I got 9th place.
9th place. Just
Top
out of
12. That's still top 12.
That is.
Yeah, that is correct.
I actually, when you tweeted out, when you're like, let's put some positive NRS vibes, like what are your favorite sets? I went back and watched that Black Canary game. To this day, I still love that one touch of death round
Oh,
that you
dude.
had.
When that first happened, somebody was like, I woke up my whole family. They ran down and was like, what's going on? He was so embarrassed because he screamed so loud about it. Other people were like, yeah, I think I woke up the whole neighborhood how loud I was screaming after that. Yeah, people really enjoyed it.
That was that was a very good game. And just yeah, like Canary in that game was so combo nom, like fun to watch.
She still, dude, it's the most fun I've ever had with a fighting game character, Black Canary. Like, it's not even close. I love MK9 Sonya, love her to death. Black Canary, I don't think I'll ever have as much fun as I had with Black Canary.
All right. Next.
Did you guys actually talk about Ready Player 2?
No, I actually, let me pull up the article.
Okay, yeah, pull it up, because I actually do want to talk about this, because this man is a hack and a bum, and I really didn't like Ready Player 1 to begin with, neither the movie nor the book.
Okay.
The book was straight. I mean, the movie was straight. The book was just like, ugh. But I think I missed the wave of when you should have liked that book.
Yeah, like it is very much like 70s, 80s.
Yeah, I've never been a 70s dude. I don't.
Yeah, like if you were there, it is pure nostalgia. The book. Yeah, to me the book was all right. There was a chapter that was basically devoted to masturbation, which was really weird.
Yeah. And I had the audiobook for it, and I'm just like,
Let's go 1.5 times speed on this one.
bruh, audiobooks will knock you back. Because I listen to a lot of, I'm a junk food reader, so I'll read a lot of crime dramas and thrillers and stuff like that. So there was one where it was a murder mystery, and it had to deal with this, one of the suspects was a racist. So they're on the bridge and they're talking about, look at all this Nazi propaganda. And I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. And then the author just goes, the characters had to look up and see the words, kill the niggers. And I went, oh no, what? You're white.
Ooh.
That just made me like, whoa. And then she had to do the voices, and the female character just going, kill the niggers. What the? And she just has to keep saying that. I'm just like, oh no, I'm so sorry.
At a certain point, it's just like, well, this is just professional. This is just
that's the way they look at it. It's just a professional, and that's the way I look at it. But when you're just like not really paying attention, and then all of a sudden it's just like niggers, you're just whoa.
Oh boy. All right, so the synopsis that BG posted: unexpected quest, 2 worlds at stake. Are you ready? Days after winning Oasis founder James Halliday's contest, Wade Watts makes a discovery that changes everything. Hidden within Halliday's vaults, waiting for his heir to find, lies a technological advancement that will once again change the world and make the Oasis 1,000 times more wondrous and addictive than even Wade dreamed possible. With it comes a new riddle and a new quest, a last Easter egg from Halliday, hinting at a mysterious prize. This is sounding like the exact same fucking plot.
Bruh!
And an unexpected, impossibly powerful, and dangerous new rival awaits, one who will kill millions to get what he wants. Wade's life and future of the Oasis are again at stake, but this time the fate of humanity also hangs in the balance. That escalation. Lovingly nostalgic and wildly original as only Ernest Cline could conceive it. Ready Player 2 takes us on another imaginative, fun, action-packed adventure through his beloved virtual universe and jolts us thrillingly into the future once again. Yeah, this sounds like the same goddamn book.
Bruh, it sounds like the same one. Another one.
Yeah, the wildly original, that is... that's...
You just had to stop for a second.
When your book is just 80s references the book.
Yeah.
When your book is just quoted on being unoriginal. Those aren't words I'd use to describe it.
No.
So, like, yeah, the world is at stake. Who's the new rival? Because by all accounts, Wade Watts should be rich as shit and have control of the goddamn game.
He should be God King.
So, yeah, this is sounding like This is sounding like season 2 of Sword Art Online.
Ooh.
Where it's just like you're in a game, you're in a new game that has stuff from the old game, but none of the stakes. Oh boy, yeah, this sounds like the only thing. Like
the exact
yeah,
same.
the exact same. Again, like for me, book was okay, movie was okay. The one thing I really liked about this movie is that it proved that a Gundam live action movie could work. That's the only thing I can say positive about. The fight scene between the Gundam and Mechagodzilla was pretty cool. That's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look
That's
forward to that, I guess.
Or no.
Yeah. Moving on. Okay. I just keep like thinking about it. It's just like why even do? He's gonna make money. That's why he's doing it.
Of course.
So Nintendo is trying to weasel their way out of the lawsuits that they are currently trying to litigate
yes.
for the Joy-Con drift.
Yes, they
Basically
are.
posing the question, is it really that big of an issue? Yes, Nintendo.
Bruh, it's big bad.
It is an issue. I am on my 3rd set of Joy-Cons that I had to get because of drift. And it's like to me, like if it were the, actual controller Joy-Cons, it could be air quotes manageable. It's still a hefty price to pay, but like you can replace them. If you have a mini, a Switch Lite, you can't replace the controllers on that thing.
Yeah,
and
it's
Joy-Con drift happens for the Switch Lite. Your console
it does?
Yes, it does. Your console is just fucked if you get Joy-Con drift on the Switch Lite. Yeah, like it's a big deal, Nintendo.
Yeah, get it together.
Like I am one of your most devout fanboys. Fix the fucking Joy-Con drift.
This man was one of those that went, yeah, but I already got a 3DS charger, so I don't really need them to pack one in the case either.
Yes,
Like he was defending that.
I was white privileged, the Nintendo boy.
Yeah, fix it.
That sweet Nintendo privilege that I had.
And now, fix the controller.
Yeah. So, I'm pretty sure, like, that was the last I've heard of the lawsuit so far, but you know, litigation, it takes for fucking ever.
Yeah.
So, we'll hear more on that, like, 3 months from now. I think that's all the gaming news that I had.
No, one more.
Oh.
One more.
What you got?
Mike Z started trending again.
Oh,
no.
no. Good stuff, I hear. Puppies,
No.
charity,
No.
world's largest pizza. No?
No.
None of those things? Okay.
No. How about all the DLC for Indivisible complete, but not coming out? Lab Zero Games owns it. That is dissolved. So they can't get that.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
People are so mad
That
because that DLC was part of backers.
Ooh.
Somebody went, I spent $500 backing this. And people told me not to be mad that Shantae wasn't going to be in Smash because I would get her in Indivisible. And now I don't.
Oh.
Mm.
And nobody gets money back.
That's painful.
Let me go send that dude death stretch real quick.
DA is the 2200 Productions official death threat sender.
Official.
Get him a check mark, please, Twitter.
It's got to be red, though.
It's gotta be red.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that... Oh. Like, that is a, like...
All future updates DLC canceled.
Oof.
There is, like... there's a bunch of stuff here and there that like I want to back and what have you, like games, indie games and stuff. There's this indie game that I think I actually did back, but like that type of thing happening is a constant fear with that stuff. So I don't typically
The person
don't-
that did that $500, you're like, I don't want to ever donate to nothing again.
Yeah, like I typically will donate like usually enough where it's just like you get a copy of the game or whatever. There's this RPG that's being made that is like very Chrono Trigger inspired. That looked really cool, and I'm like, okay, I'll back this. But I'm still getting updates, and they're like, yeah, stuff's progressing. I'm like, good. Keep going, please. But yeah, like that is a big fear with projects like this.
I think I've paid for early access for a game.
Have I? Like,
Nope.
I did.
Oh wait. Yes, I did. PUBG.
Okay.
There you go.
You
That-
did too, Mike. You bought into PUBG.
Yeah. Well, early access. I'm like, I've done. Did for that. Did for the dinosaur game. What the fuck's it called? Shit.
Jurassic something.
No. It was like an MMO.
Oh, Ark.
Yes. I did early access for that. For PUBG. There's probably some others. I'm probably at some point going to do the early access for Baldur's Gate 3. Yeah, like I don't really typically have problems with early access stuff because you're getting the thing. It's just like you are getting it with the pretense of like this thing's going to be buggy as shit probably. So that I'm okay with. When you're just throwing money at a web page basically, and then
Yeah.
you hope in a few years you get a return of investment. That's the thing. Like another thing which I have more confidence in. I donated to the Critical Role cartoon, and like that, they're constantly giving updates, and they're still working on that. But yeah, there's like there's either the fear of the thing won't come out, or you like won't get stuff that you requested, or it'll be not of quality. Fallout people.
Get Fallout.
Or you'll get just a completely shitty product like Mighty Number 9
Oof.
and Pizza Fire. So yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag. Like the digital products that is definitely a fear. Some of the physical ones, like you can like the like actual products are not. I mean, video games are a product. I'm not sure what I would call it. Like hardware products, like smart home things, like, or I don't know. Suffice to say, that blows. 500
Boy.
bucks just down the drain.
Boy.
Into movie/TV news. Twitter.
I don't want to hear nothing about movies.
Twitter was all up in arms with the pictures of Geralt for The Witcher Season 2 and his ab armor. Kept seeing comparisons to the Batman nipple suit.
It doesn't make much sense to me, being that there's no basis for it from any of the games.
Well, I mean, these are more based off the books more than anything, but those are books, and you
I
can't
guess
see what it
true.
looks like. So it even makes
Fair
less sense.
point. I didn't think about it from that angle, but
But
I
yeah,
mean, they have a visual source to pull from, and it pretty much followed the books decently, from what I remember.
book, yes. The
Was it-
first season only went over the first book, which was a collection of short stories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's like I actually now own all the books, and there's like 8 or 9 of them. There's a bunch. Yeah, I mean, like the armor looks okay. It's just like why would you put abs? But moving on, next little tiny thing. In promotion for the new Bond movie, which got delayed, like every other fucking movie.
Another one.
They interviewed Daniel Craig, and they're like, so, if you had to give any advice for the next person to take up the mantle, what would it be? And his response was, don't fuck it up.
Easy enough.
Yeah. Which like I'm glad too, because like I remember when Spectre like was coming out, or after it had just come out, he was tired. He was not feeling the role anymore, but then like there was a big break between Spectre and this movie. And apparently he's just like, I was really jazzed about this movie and was like really into it. Because like I could even tell in the movie itself, like Daniel Craig was just kind of phoning it in.
I wasn't big on Spectre.
Yeah.
Well, after Skyfall, it should have just been like, yeah, Skyfall.
It's like, I mean, and the thing is too, like most of his movies have been like good. Like there hasn't been a, to me, bad Daniel Craig Bond.
Quantum
movie.
of Solace.
I wouldn't consider it bad.
Quantum of Solace.
It was alright. Like
it would.
I wouldn't consider
Quantum
it bad
of Solace.
though. Casino Royale, fan-fucking-tastic. Quantum of Solace, aight. Skyfall, very good. Spectre, aight. And then we have this one.
Which was looking good.
Yeah. Just the guy can't settle down. Every time he tries, some just bad shit happens. And yeah, the other thing that I saw was obviously people are like, who's going to be the next Bond? Some people are wanting a non-white actor to play it, or a woman. Idris Elba, I've seen people raving that they want to play him. But there was a picture, someone did a Photoshop picture, and then Henry Cavill actually stated that he would definitely want to play it, and they showed a picture of him, like, Photoshopped in the tux, and I'm like, you know what? He would look pretty damn good as Bond.
Harry is good. It's just the stuff he's given isn't a lot of the time.
Yeah,
he was good in Mission Impossible.
That is a film series that I need to watch. I've, for whatever reason or another, never watched the Mission Impossible movies. I know they're good.
I got into a whole, these are the classics, so let me watch them thing. So I watched Predator for the first time, that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostbusters ain't good. Ghostbusters ain't good. But yeah, Mission Impossible is good.
But yeah,
Ghostbusters ain't good.
Not winning any fans with that one.
Because, like, for me, my Bond still to this day is Pierce.
Pierce was great.
Pierce, just like, to me, just like the acting.
But that Tomorrow Never Dies.
Some of his movies weren't great, but I just feel like the embodiment of the character, I feel like that is the embodiment of Bond to me. Even after watching classic movies, like, just, I don't know. And I feel like Cavell matches that same energy as Pierce Bronson. All right, I have 2 bits of news left. There was a Resident Evil like Origins movie that was announced, and they released.
Let it die.
Just bury it. It's over.
And they released a cast list.
It's not over. It's never over.
I will say, Chris Redfield casting with Robbie Amell, perfect. Absolutely fucking perfect.
I have no doubt the casting is going to be really good. The film and or series, whatever it is, may indeed be really good. But they've got like 4 things in development.
4 movies?
Not movies, 4 things.
Oh,
they got TV series.
Okay.
They've got the TV series for Netflix. I think the Claire Leon boy is supposed to be a series, not just like Resident Evil Degenerates, but I think it's actually a series.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a series. Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2. We got the movie. That's 3. What are y'all doing?
I just looked up. I'm like, surely the last one didn't make money. Oh, it did.
Oh no, all of them make money.
And I'm like, okay, maybe it's diminishing returns, and they'll see. No, they make it, and that's really all it is.
Somehow,
but now they could go ahead.
I was saying no. It's just because of the name. Somehow the name just still does it.
And now they have a more faithful one, so now fans can come back even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the casting that they've shown off seems pretty good. The only like head scratcher is Leon's casting, but you know, that's just seeing a picture next to the character of Leon once, you know, makeup and everything else. It'll be fine. But yeah, see how that goes.
This shit show, you mean?
And then last bit of news is there's just been trickling in rumors and official announcements for the Spidey 3 movie, the Far From Home third movie. We have confirmed Electro, and he will not be blue. We have confirmed Doctor Strange is going to be in this movie, which basically means
Swish.
multiverse is happening, and then there are heavily verifiable rumors that there are talks being had with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire.
I would
I am-
my britches.
That sounds very good.
If
I
Marvel
would enjoy
wants
that
to
a
come
lot.
back, because let's face it, Disney is taking a beating because of COVID. Maybe not.
Oh yeah, their
thematic
theme
thing,
parks.
but their earnings in general are in the dumpster. And
Hey, they
how
got at
do
least $30 from us for Mulan live actions, so that's something.
So if they can pull off some big hitters, like, and make this one of the most, again, big Spider-Man movies of all time, just because they're bringing in Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield on this, it's going to do worlds above everything else. Like, it could become one of the most top earning Marvel movies of them all. Let's face it.
So, like, they seem to, like, they're bringing back Electro, it seems. They're seemingly bringing back the other two Spideys. To me, you do two more things, and just, no matter what, this
Madam
movie's
Web.
going to make bank. One, you bring back Doc Ock.
Oh.
Sorry, three. You bring back the Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2. You bring back Green Goblin from Spider-Man 1.
Oh my god.
And if they brought back Emma Stone's Gwen Stacy, but then made her Spider-Girl.
Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen, sorry. Just,
Spider-Gwen would be awesome.
Just
I didn't like
would
Stone.
fucking
I'm not
flip.
a fan, but
People like Emma Stone,
Flip,
though.
Flip would be an understatement.
Yeah, just that movie. Do you think it would do better than the Avengers movies?
I think
nah.
with that kind of setup, it has the possibility, because those movies were huge, especially the original three. There's a lot they can pull from there.
I think it hit at least a Billy, but
Again,
I don't think it would
be
be.
easily.
If not
like
the
the other
best, it
Spider-Mans
would
did.
be in the top. Like, it would be the top. Not the top. It'd be in the top.
Yeah, man, I want this movie to exist that we're talking about so bad.
See you in 5 years.
Yeah, love to see Toby back. Andrew Garfield, I'll accept him coming along.
Yeah, you're here too, buddy.
Yeah, his Spider-Man was good. His Peter Parker was awful. His Spider-Man though was great. Cause like the setup for this movie is Peter's on the run, because people know who he is. We talked about this last week. Yeah, he's on the run, more than likely. What if? So, like, if it's multiverse, they're bringing people in. What if they meet the parents, J. Jonah Jameson, where they have the the MCU universe meet the Tobey Maguire universe, J. Jonah Jameson?
Oh, that would be cool.
Dude. Oh, that'd be amazing.
And they have what's the actor's name? I'm blanking.
For who?
J. Jonah Jameson.
J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons. Yeah, they have him acting out both parts. Oh.
They just Parent Trap it like they did from
Yes.
what's the fucking
Parent Trap, not Meet the Parents. Parent Trap, sorry. That was the reference that I was trying to
Ben
make.
Stiller.
Yeah, give me this movie. But unless anyone, I can't talk. Does anybody else have anything? Ralph, new hostage situation?
No. He's dead.
See, that's the thing. I don't know if that's a joke or not.
I'm gonna leave it hanging. Kind of like him.
So, with that, Mr. Fact Man.
Today is the 20th anniversary of Meteor from Linkin Park.
Oh,
That's it.
I thought it was
That's the
hybrid
fact.
theory.
Was it?
It's hybrid theory. Way to go.
Hey, whatever.
We trusted the fact man. He fails the fact.
what's your guys' favorite song off of Hybrid Theory?
I was just about to say worst to best.
That's too much.
Worst best is too much.
How? It's like 11 tracks.
Yeah, but then we would have to go, oh, is this better than this and this and that?
Let's see here.
That's a tough one for me. Because I really, really like Paper Cut, By Myself, and Forgotten. Like, those are my top three besides... No, those are my top three.
For me, it would be A Place for My Head, Paper Cut, and Points of Authority.
Can I just say, I was never a fan of Paper Cut.
I don't
Yeah.
remember Paper.
It's definitely like hard rock, the most hard rock song that they have.
Oh,
on
yeah.
there.
I have no problem with hard rock. I just was never
Well,
a fan of
I'm
Paper
just
Cut.
like stereotypical hard rock.
I think number one would have to be By Myself, with least favorite being Pushing Me Away, probably.
Yep, there it is.
Points of Authority is the beginning where it's like forfeit the game before somebody else
Yeah.
did.
That's it.
Oh, yo, that was good. I like that.
I think Points of Authority is my favorite. I will say too, the
I like
remixes
the
for both
animation better.
Points of Authority and A Place for My Head,
Yeah.
awesome as well.
Reanimation.
This thing
Point-
was 38 minutes?
Yeah, dude. Back in the day. Oh, you made
Get
Emma
out.
sad. She likes Paper Cut. You guys made her sad.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I like Paper Cut.
And
I
I mean-
was never a big fan of Paper Cut.
And I mean, everybody loves In the End. Like, that's just kind of out of
Yeah.
the question.
I left out the big dogs for
Yeah.
obvious reasons.
I like High Voltage. I've always liked that.
Ooh, yeah,
High Voltage.
yeah, that was
Fucking
good.
bringing you down. High Voltage.
Wait,
That's
was that
because
on Hybrid Theory?
it's a special edition track.
Oh, okay.
I really liked Pushing Me Away though.
Really?
But yeah,
You're like
I
one
was
of the
not a
first I've ever heard say that.
really.
Yeah,
I was
Pushing
not.
Me Away is pretty good.
I was not a fan of With You.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
it's okay. With You is like second worst for me.
Mm.
Like, it's a close race between those two, to be honest.
Also, Meteor, Greater Sign, Hybrid Theory.
Really?
Meteora, Greater Sign, Hybrid Theory.
I would have to go track by track just because like, it for me, that is not out of the question. Like,
Hold on.
to me, that's not controversial.
my- do you want to read you the track names? See if it rings a bell for you?
Oh, no. I could, like, probably one of my favorite Linkin Park songs is from Meteora.
Which one?
Oh, Figure Point 9 was that? Yeah, Meteor.
Meteora, Greater Sign, Hybrid Theory.
All right, I'm pulling
Yeah,
up the track
there's
list
there's some bigger bangers. Yeah, I'm going Meteora.
Lying From You is a great
now.
one.
Hit the Floor.
Hit the Floor. Yes.
That,
From
like,
the inside, like
Breaking the Habit, Numb.
Don't Stay. That was... Whew.
Easier to Run.
Yeah, Meteora.
This has the
And then there's Faint. Like, we can't forget about Faint. It's one of the big
yeah.
dogs. But
Now that I'm like reading all of these songs, remembering them, yeah, Meteora. I will say though, that is a solid 1-2. Like both albums.
Yeah. Oh,
are
absolutely.
great.
I remember, not my current favorite, but one of my favorite when I first bought the album, when I first got it, I remember listening to it on the bus ride to school, was Always Nobody's Listening.
Nobody's Listening was great.
Dude, Nobody's Listening was such an
Also,
amazing track.
Better Mr. Han
Yes.
DJ track.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Hybrid Theory one is funnier.
Yeah.
And I will say one of my favorite who edited it? It was someone did a video to the Rock Lee Gara fight.
Yep, I remember that.
Who edited that?
Who knows at this point?
I want to say
It was one
like
of those
King David or Vegeta 119. I think it was one of those two.
It was probably David. I could probably ask David.
But yeah, yeah, I want to like say that this album, like it was this, So Cold, Breaking Benjamin's second album.
I think so.
That song was on their second album. I don't know if that was the name of it, but Breaking Benjamin.
It's escaping me because I can see the album artwork.
Let's see, Breaking Benjamin. We Are Not Alone.
Okay.
So
yeah, We Are Not Alone was way better than the first one.
Oh yeah, but yeah, Breaking Benjamin's We Are Not Alone, Meteora, and Evanescence's first album started me down the path of my musical tastes. Those were, I think, like the first 3 albums that I owned. That was like, I like this music, I am buying you.
Oh, I liked Phobia the most.
Yeah, that's Diary of Jane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Phobia for Breaking Benjamin.
Evil Angel until the end.
I will say, number 2 is Ember, their newest one.
I wish you could see my eyes rolling.
You weren't a fan?
Also, is 1X a perfect album? As in, there are no skippable tracks?
This will be the thing we end on.
1X.
That's 3 Days Grace, their second album.
I couldn't place it for a second. I'm like, wait, what?
It's All Over, Pain, Animal I Become, Never Too Late, On My Own.
Hold on.
Riot, Get Out Alive, Let It Die. So some of the songs I don't quite remember. There's some that I very much remember.
I don't remember On My Own. I don't remember Over and Over. No, I do remember Over and Over. Okay, I do. Gone Forever, I don't remember. And Running Away, I don't remember. So I'm gonna go ahead and suggest to say right now that I would have skipped those tracks because I have no memory of them.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and listen to it. It's a good album. I know that for a fact. I
edited to Animal I Have Become. I have edited to Time of Dying. I have edited to Riot. And I have edited to Get Out Alive. Mm-hmm. So I know those tracks better than the rest as well.
Mm-hmm.
Versus having...
Yeah, we can't actually hear. I'm just through my phone until I get back on my computer.
Okay. But yeah, like there's basically we just said like there's some tracks that we forget, so we can't say with certainty. Though,
where did you lose us?
Where,
I'm asking BG. Where? Oh, they're gone.
They just signed out.
Gone.
I will say, the other thing that I remember about this album was this is when 3 Days Grace was like, oh, emo is really in right now. So they just went full tilt emo for this album.
Oh, we're still on the podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the answer to my question?
So that's the thing. I asked, where did you lose us? Because we both started replying.
Before you guys even replied, as soon as I asked the question, we were out of here.
Okay.
Well, I listed off. I have no memory of It's All Over. I have no memory of On My Own.
It's all over for ya.
Nope. No memory of it.
You are nuts, kid.
I don't know that one. So there are songs I know I skip because I have no memory of them at all.
Yeah, like for me, like I just have to go back and re-listen to the album. Yeah, I know it's a good album, but there's just a few songs on there that I don't quite remember. But yeah, the other thing that I was
definitely
saying,
listen to it.
the other thing that I was saying was this is when they cashed in the emo is in card.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you go to their previous album and they were like very much like stylistically like in their looks like Nirvana grunge type look, and then the next album, all of the black hair dye and black nail polish and guy liner that they could muster. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh man, I'm just gonna have to go back and re-listen to a bunch of shit. I'll probably just put it on some speakers because this whole weekend I am wiring my house with Ethernet, so I'm gonna have plenty of time to listen to music.
Oh boy, we're not looking forward to that next week.
Well, the wiring will be fine, and the internet will be fine here, because I'm plugging what's plugged in right here until I know shit's working. With that, congratulations, Linkin Park. 20. It's weird to think that it's that old.
It's not. It sounds right to me.
That's more or less we're old.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well,
all right. With that, thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the Podcast of Stuff. We will see you next week.
Maybe
Later.
not us.
Maybe not us.